Toastmaster. My name is Prince. Being the Sergeant at Arms for the meeting, it is my pleasure to be the first speaker today. Let me reiterate that the mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, before moving on in the meeting, we have some ground rules in Toastmasters. Rule number 1. Before we begin the meeting, please try to mute yourself in Zoom. And also, if your mobile is not on silent mode, keep it on silent mode or you can switch off your mobile. So we have 15 seconds for that. So great, thank you. I think you guys have done this. Please avoid crosstalk. Rule number 2. It will be great seeing your smiling face. So I request each and every member, please try to keep your camera on during the meeting. In case if you go away from the meeting, you can turn it off, no problem. Rule number 3, at Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, politics, or religion. So in case if you have any discussion or regarding any topic, please avoid to not please avoid these topics. Rule number 4, at Toastmasters, each and every member puts a lot of time and effort to make a meeting successful. So guys, don't miss an opportunity to applaud or pass on feedback or offer any recommendation to any speaker. And the final and last rule, in case you have any recommendation or any suggestion or anything you want to say something about the speaker or about any role player, you can use your chat option. Here Zoom, we have a chat option. So all right guys, with that, I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer for today's meeting, DTM Sreejith sir. Stage yours, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Sergeant Arms Toastmaster Prince, for inviting me for this session. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a new day in the history of Chalk and Duster. I call the meeting number 198 of Chalk and Duster Toastmasters to order. And before moving on, I think we have some guests here. So I would like to request the guests to unmute and introduce themselves first. So we'll have, who are the guests? Okay, we'll start with our guest, Yusuf Chandra, sir.
Hi, I'm Yusuf Chandra. I come from Indonesia. I was invited by my friend E.T. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Yusuf, sir. And we'll move on to our next guest, Toastmaster Vicky.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for the invite. My name is Vikram. People, my nickname is Vicky. And I have been referred by a friend, very dear friend. And I'm just checking out a few online Toastmasters clubs before I decide to join in something. So yeah, that's from me.
Thank you so much. And let's move on to our guest, Elios, World Toast Travelers Club, E.T.
Hello. Wait, let me turn on my camera.
Yes, please.
Can you see me
Not yet.
now?
Yes, great. We can
Okay,
see you
good.
now.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm from Indonesia, District 87, but I joined in District 80, Singapore. I have been Toastmaster for 5 years. During this year, I have been keynote speaker, workshop speaker, panelist about podcasting, comedy, humor, and soft skills. And also I got featured in Toastmasters magazine, July 2024 and June 2024, 5. And also got inducted in the National Book of Record of Malaysia for 102 hours nonstop training. Back to you. And I got invited by myself. Oh, yes. Just kidding. Back to you.
Correct, correct. You don't need an invitation. You're part of our club already, so don't worry. In fact, yes, Indonesia has been a very nice country that I've always wanted to visit. I've attended a couple of Toastmasters meeting there when I was in the Middle East, so it was great, and love to have you all. And we have DTM Vaughn here. Do you need an introduction? I thought he was a member, but he's renamed himself as a guest.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. My name is Bonarik Tandok TTM. Yes, I'm a former member of this club. I'm not a member last March, I believe, until September, but I'm a former club mentor of the club. So I'm also a charter member of the club.
Fantastic, fantastic, great.
Yeah.
We all know you, but I just took you for the purpose of the record. You know, you've just come in as a guest. So we don't feel that you're a guest. You're a part of our family itself. Thank you so much. And it was really great that you've all took the pains to charter this new club. And I'm sure we're going to take our club to greater heights. Thank you so much. Have I left out any other guest, Prince?
Yeah, I think these are the guests.
Okay, great. So let me proceed. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, to start with, I just wanted to let you know how Toastmasters International was formed. In 1924 in Santa Ana, California, Dr. Ralph Smedley started the first Toastmaster Club of District 1. And from that day, for the past 101 years, the legacy of Toastmasters have grown today to more than 147 countries with more than 16,000 clubs and over 300,000 members. So this is the rich legacy that we have had, and we are collectively learning from each one of us across the globe. We network with other Toastmasters, and we make sure that we learn and make ourselves a better leader first and a better communicator. Because Toastmasters is more of making leaders than communicators. But since communication is part of a leadership quality, leaders are made through Toastmasters. And today, in my first address as a presiding officer of the club, I am reminded of a story called the bamboo story. This had started off from Japan and it has spread across the world. You know, like there was a place where seeds were sown and a gardener was watering it day in and day out. First year, nothing happened. Second year, nothing happened. Third year, even nothing happened. So if it was a normal gardener, if I were a gardener of that, I would have just stopped it there and gone elsewhere. However, this particular gardener watered it for another year, and on the fifth year, the bamboo shoots started growing up, and it grew many feet in height in a matter of weeks. Now, why did it take this bamboo shoot to grow so late? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason behind that is bamboos have this novel capacity to build its roots strong and then let themselves grow. Same applies for all of us here. We have to make our roots strong, and only then we can grow in whatever sphere of life we are. Be it your personal life, be it your professional life, be it your Toastmaster life. As long as you don't have your roots in order, the tree of that particular goal or aim in your life is not going to match, is not going to be doing justice for you. So let us make our roots clear. Okay, and when I say roots in terms of Toastmasters, it's picking up all those skills that we have. To start with, we need to speak good English without grammatical errors. We need to have a good vocabulary, and all these things have to be in place. These are the roots, part of the root system of the Toastmaster in you and me. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that particular thought, let us proceed to the next item on the agenda. And I would like to hand over the control back to our Toastmaster of the day, who's none other than our own Toastmaster Prince, who's a very passionate Toastmaster, who is always taking initiative, and he's based out of Delhi, and he's a part of our club, integral part of our club. So put your hands together to welcome the Toastmaster of the day or the Master of Ceremonies for today, Toastmaster Prince. Toastmaster Prince, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, DTM Sreejith sir, for giving back this stage for me. It is very great thing for me. So now, before I start as a TMOD, I would like to ask, can anyone tell me what is the theme of today's meeting? Anyone?
How to build personal
your
branding?
personal branding.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. It is great to read theme actually because it is going to help us. So before I start, I would like to share my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So guys, I would like to ask two members, when I say brand, what is the first very thing that comes in your mind? Brand. So I have to take name, I think. Manoj sir, I would like to ask you, what do you think when I say brand?
It consists of 5 alphabet BRAND, and B might stand for boost, something that boosts us. That is our brand.
Nice. It was a great, great effort. Samruddhi, I would like to ask you, what do you think when I say brand? What comes in your mind? Like, be honest.
First thing which I think about when I hear the word brand is Toastmaster International, as we are associated with that. Okay, so the thing which is in itself an elite one. So we are also elitist, right? So,
Nice, great. It was very different thing, different answer from Manoj sir. If I will compare, Tanisha, what do you think? Like, if I say brand, what comes in your mind?
Foundation, the basic strong foundation of building something unique and something different, which is totally unique from other current or running brands.
Great, great. And I would like to ask Sreejith sir, DTM Sreejith sir, what is your saying? Like, if I say brand.
You see, when it comes to the question of brand, what I would always suggest is brand is something that identifies your product. Now, that product can be anything. It could be your normal toothpaste, your shirts, your wardrobes. It can also be you.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that is different. Yeah.
we trust a particular brand. For example, I use Colgate as my toothpaste. I trust that brand because I've been using that for ages. Same way,
Okay.
for me, when it comes to personal branding, it depends on how I portray myself to the society. Now I can portray myself in different ways, good ways, bad ways, attractive ways, not so attractive ways, etc. It depends on not only me, but it depends on how the other person perceives me. So if I make my brand strong enough, good enough, people will view me as a good person.
Nice, nice. It was great. Like anyone can be brand. A person can also be brand. So like now I want to ask to Lina. Lina, what is your take on this particular word brand?
My answer also same. When you ask everyone, then um, come in my mind that is unique identity. Brand is about unique identity of something, some about some person or some thing in the world.
Yes, that is what I wanted to hear from you guys. Brand doesn't mean a company or any entity or any corporate. It can be us also. So now I will compare, like some of us might be Apple or some of us might be Maggie. which can be cooked in 2 minutes in our kitchen, and every kitchen we can find Maggie. So actually, what makes a brand well is what you do for yourself. Like for example, if you think that you are a brand, so you have to work on yourself, and how people perceive you is a kind of like what you are serving to them. So the more you will work on yourself, the more you will add value in yourself. The way you talk to people, the way you speak, the way you walk, everything tells about you. So like I say, Prince is my name and I am a brand. So everything I do makes me either better or worse. So if I suppose that I am a brand, I have to become better. I have to add value in me so that other can see value in myself. Currently, according to Forbes, over 70% of employers screen candidates via social media before interviews. So yes, that old profile picture with the duck face pout, it's a branding too. Everything we share on social media actually is a part of our life, actually is a part of our life that says what we are as a person. So next time when you start sharing anything on social media, I'm not saying that you should you should start feeling insecure. No, just be curious, like what you are doing on social media, or which kind, like what are the ways you talk to people actually says a lot about you. Coming to the next slide. What is personal brand? So personal brand actually itself is personal. So it is about us. It is related to us. Personal branding means how you make your image via social media like Instagram, YouTube, or any other platform like Facebook. And the more you will learn, the more you will add value in you, the more your personal branding will be better. I have seen so many people who always think about their competitor or other people's, but they forget that if they want to make their brand best, they have to work on their self first. You can't make $1 million company if you don't know how to dress well, if you don't know how to speak well, if you don't have empathy, or you always be late on every meeting or everywhere. You can't make. Firstly, you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your personal branding. That is where the journey starts, and that is underrated. Actually, people often underrate. They don't. They think that if they will work on their brand, like if you have any startup and you are working on your startup, that is cool. You should work on your brand. You should work on your product. Give everything, but never forget that your LinkedIn profile should be attractive. Your Instagram account, your ID makes people think that yeah, you are doing better in your area, and that is how you will attract people towards your brand, whatever you are doing. Your brand is what people say about when you are not in the room. Jeff Bezos, this is the word of Jeff Bezos. So how people perceive you when you are not there, and what they say about you when you are like not there. That is how you can build your personal branding. I can give you example like Virat Kohli. We all know Virat Kohli, and he mostly post about diet and about gym and punctuality. So we have a thought that yeah, he is very punctual person. That's make him a different personality from other cricketers. That makes him a brand. Coming to the next slide. Why I choose this theme actually? I feel like I do anything in my life, I do it a goal, a purpose. I know that there are so many people, some are preparing for government exams, some are doing a startup, some are doing 9 to 5 jobs, and some are doing their businesses. But I can surely say that each and every person has to work on their personal branding. Even if you have chosen in any job, you have to go for the interview. And when you will go for the interview process, your interviewers will definitely check your social media handles. So in today's era, digital platforms is not only a thing that you should do in as a time pass or in your free time. No, actually it has become a need. You can't build any job. I'm starting from street vendors coming to the billion-dollar company. You have to take help the social media platforms. That is why I have chosen this topic. And I think at the end of today's session, you will have something extra knowledge about personal branding, and it will definitely help you in future. Your personal brand helps attract the right job, audience, or opportunities. So we all need to work on our personal branding. We all need to work on ourselves first. Next thing is don't fake it, build it. We have seen so many people who wants to become like someone else. I can give you an example. Like if a person knows Hindi well, Hindi language well, and he wants to make videos on tutorial videos on suppose YouTube. But if he will fake English accent in the video, he's not going to be successful because he will not be comfortable. He is faking, and see, original thing will last forever, or maybe in longer term it is good, but faking things will not make you successful businessman or successful anything. Like if you are a student and you are faking that yeah, you are studying 2 hours 3 hours in front of your family just to impress them, and somehow you know from your heart that yeah, you are not 100% there, you are thinking about something else. Yeah, you are faking it and it is not going to help. So don't fake it, make it, and try to be yourself. Whatever you are, the world will accept and adjust you as you are. You don't need to become someone else in order to get success. An Nielsen report showed 90% of people trust personal recommendations where corporate ads. We see so much ads on YouTube and any platform, but trust me, we actually believe on the things that our friend or any relative says us. So don't fake it, build it. Next point is be consistent even when no one is watching. Just like your gym goals, you have to be consistent. You can't make six-pack abs in one day. You have to go to gym for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, or maybe 1 year, or maybe 2 years. And then you will get six-pack abs. Then you will get something that people will admire, that people can't buy with money. And also you have to be conscious about your diet, about each and everything you do. If you are a small brand that is working for a small farmhouse or anything, and you are uploading videos, you have to be consistent. You have to be uploading the videos consistently. Just like Toastmasters, we all are here with same goals that we want to improve our public speaking, we want to become a leader. But it will be not possible if you will just come here and I don't know, we'll be there for 1, 2, or 3 meetings and then we'll go away. You can take examples from anywhere. There are so many members in so many Toastmasters, but not everyone comes regularly. But if you not comes regularly, you are not going to be successful, or you are not going to be make your brand value better. Now, before coming to the next slide, I would like to go with the next session of our meeting. And before going to next, before that, I would like to introduce Aji, so that like in brand you have tools like social media. You will make reels, you will make YouTube videos, or you will make motion videos. So just like that, we have also tools that we name tag. To introduce our tag team, I would like to hand over the stage to DTM Sreejith Raja sir. So big round of applause for DTM Sreejith Raja sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Prince. Could you please stop the sharing of the screen?
Okay, yeah, sure. Yes.
Great, thank you so much. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, as part of every Toastmaster meeting, I, as a general evaluator, would be talking about first introducing the role players and then what is my role in this meeting as well. So we all know as Toastmasters that timing is very important for us in our meetings. We need to start the meeting on time, end the meeting on time. And to do this, we have a role player called the timer. Well, of course, the agenda says it's Toastmaster Lina, but the last minute change has occurred. And this time it'll be Toastmaster Samriddhi who's going to be taking over the role of a timer to see how well we have managed our time today. So Toastmaster Samriddhi will explain her roles right now as a timer and also as a grammarian. So the moment Toastmaster Samriddhi you have done with the timing role, you can straight away move on to your grammarian role and introduce that as well. Okay, thank you. So Toastmaster Samriddhi, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, DTM Sreejith sir. Let me clarify. I am for today timer and grammarian will be a Toastmaster Bhumika.
Okay,
Sorry
so
for
then
the last minute change.
who will be the accounter then? Is it also going to be?
Our counter is Lina, Toastmaster Lina.
Okay. So we have the timer as Toastmaster Samriddhi, accounter as Toastmaster Lina, and grammarian as Toastmaster Lina, right? Okay, great. Please proceed.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Samriddhi and I welcome you all. So as a timer, it's my responsibility to time throughout the session. So as usual, there are 3 sessions today. First is the prepared speech. First speech will be delivered by Toastmaster Manoj, which is 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I will be showing green card. At 6 minutes, I will be showing yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will be showing red card. Kindly note that 30-second grace period is there to conclude the speech. If that time is exceeded, your speech will be disqualified. Followed by the next segment, that is a table topic session, which is of 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be showing green card. At 1.5 minutes, I will be showing yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will be showing red card. Again, the grace period of 30 seconds to conclude your speech, your table topics. And the final and the most important segment is of evaluation segment, where evaluation is of 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will be showing green card. At 2.5 minutes, I will be showing yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will be showing red card. Again, the rule applies the same, 30 seconds for grace period for concluding the speech. Otherwise, it will be getting disqualified. I will be submitting my report when I will be called upon by the General Evaluator. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samriddhi, for briefly and concisely explaining the role of a timer. Timing is also important. At the same time, we also have to be cautious about the fillers that we use in our speech. For example, ahs and and other things. So to keep a track of this, we have a role called the R counter. And our counter would be keenly observing the meeting and giving the report when called for. So let me call upon our counter for the day, Toastmaster Lina, to give the responsibilities of the R counter. Toastmaster Lina, the screen is all yours.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, all fellow Toastmasters and guests. For today's meeting, I am AHA counter. Purpose of the counter is to note word and sounds that are used as a crunch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for words and keep the count of inappropriate expressions such as well, so, and the sounds like and etc. I will also note when speaker repeat a word or phrases such as I or this means. It is known as a double crunch. I will present my report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, DTM Sreejith sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lina, for wonderfully explaining. I know this is your debut role, so good job. We appreciate that. Now, to be a good speaker, you need to be not only using grammar in the proper way, you also need to have a strong vocabulary. So in each meeting, we have a role called the grammarian. So today, as a grammarian, we have a young budding Toastmaster who's doing a debut role, and she's a hardcore flight enthusiast. She just recently joined our club, and let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Bhumika to explain the role of the grammarian and also present the word of the day. Toastmaster Bhumika, the screen is yours.
Yes. Very good evening, Toastmasters and dear guest. As the grammarian, it is my responsibility to to close attention to speaker, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuse of the English language as well outstanding usage. As the grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. And for today's meeting, the word is authenticity, which means true to yourself and being genuine or real. For example, confidence grows when you live with authenticity. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, their speeches. I will present my report when called upon my general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhumika, for beautifully explaining the role of the grammarian and introducing the word authenticity. Yes, authenticity is a very important part of any role, any profession, and for the entire human beings. We need to be authentic, and that makes us different from the rest of our people. In most of the times, I always give an example of the original and the photocopy. No matter what you do as a photocopy, you cannot ever beat the original one. And what is that difference? That is authenticity. Thank you so much. And these are my role players for the day today. And before we proceed to the next section, I would like to hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Prince. So Toastmaster Prince, back to you. The screen is yours.
Thank you, DTM Sreejith sir, for giving back this platform. I'm really happy and excited. So now, again, I will ask, what is the theme for today's meeting? Now I will tell you what is the theme. The theme is how to build your personal branding. I'm keeping you reminding, I keep you reminding because I want you to learn something new. Now I will share my screen with you. So I think you might see my screen, right? Please confirm.
Yes, we can.
Now coming to the personal branding. Find your why. Now I would like to ask my audience here, Toastmasters, why did you join Toastmasters? I would like to ask guest Eric. Sir, can you tell us why you are here in Toastmasters? I think he is not able to listen to us. Samruddhi, can you tell me what is the purpose behind it, like joining your Toastmasters?
Yeah, sure. The purpose, the main motive behind joining Toastmaster is the single one, that is, I have to enhance my articulation and communication skills. But one bonus point which I came to know after joining Toastmaster is you will also come to explore your potential, and also I am getting to know that I have much more to explore. So this is the bonus point where you get to know what you can explore more about yourself. Yeah, so that's what.
Okay. That was very genuine and true answer. Just like Samruddhi, we all should know why. And it is not related to only Toastmasters. I'm talking about personal branding. Before starting anything, any startup, any job, whatever you're doing, you should ask why you are starting that. And the moment you will ask why, you will get motivation. You will get the confidence that you actually need. And without knowing why, you are not going to be successful in your that part of the life. Simon Sinek's famous TED Talk on Start with Why reveals how great leaders inspire action. Similarly, your personal brand needs why. Now coming to the next slide. Learn to say no. See, you know that your goal is to become a good public speaker. That is why you are here on Saturday. I think most of the people are enjoying doing parties today, maybe having some food or in clubs. We don't know. But we are here. We are dedicated because we know that why we are here. That reason is very strong. So if you have a brand, or if you are working on your personal branding for yourself, you should know where to say no. Actually, I'm a video editor. I give services to every person, every client. But there are so many people who just text me like that, bro, ek video hai, bana doge kya? Brother, can you edit a video? I say no, because see, this is my branding and I have right to choose where I have to spend my time and effort. If I'm not getting back anything, I'm not going to invest my time and effort. If I'm getting back something, I will definitely invest. Steve Jobs famously said, focusing is what saying no is about saying no. Your time and energy shape your brand. So don't be that guy who always are available 24/7. No, you don't need to available 24/7. You need to available when they actually need you and when actually you get something from other side too. There should be sharing from both sides, not from only one side. Coming to the next slide. Dress the part, but be you. You can see the example in your own offices, companies, or your colleges. Dressing is not just to cover up our body. It actually says a lot about you. Studies suggest it takes just 7 seconds for people to form a first impression. So dressing speaks a lot about you. I can give you my example. I have seen changes. I have seen the confidence in me when I wear good clothes in my office, in my company. And not only I feel confident, actually people who talk to me feel confident and feel very secure. So your dressing sense speaks a lot. It doesn't mean that you have to be informal everywhere. If you are going in party, wear like a party guy. If you are in office, be some kind of formal. Wear some formal thing. Now I would like to come to the next part of our club of our meeting, and that would be prepared speech. And today we have a great experience and very inspirational Toastmaster, and his name is Toastmaster Manoj. I talked to him and I asked him, what do you think about brand? And he says that he increases his value by feeling valuable, by enhancing his awareness, by deliberately slowing down to enjoy the journey and invest self-growth. So he is the believer of self-growth. Before inviting him on the stage, I would like to invite his evaluator, our DT sir, Toastmaster, DTM Sreejith Raja sir. Please, this is yours. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prince, Toastmaster of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, before our speaker starts a speech, let me give you an objective of what the speaker is trying to attempt. He's repeating one of his projects, and this is an introduction to vocal variety and body language. And these two things are the most important and authentic forms of the part of a speech when you deliver. So the purpose of this particular project is for the speaker to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance the speech. So I wish our speaker, Toastmaster Manoj, all the very best and looking forward to listening to a wonderful speech. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Prince, you could introduce the speaker and start off the speech.
So, Toastmaster Manoj, Twilight our Toastmaster Manoj. Stage is yours.
All the world's estates and all men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. William Shakespeare in As You Like It. Happy evening, fellow actors, fellow pilgrims, and fellow voyagers. Twilight hour, time of the day when the sun is below the horizon, but the sky is golden red tinged. And once you talk about human life, that's the time in the life, the penultimate time before we exit from the world. 31st July 2025 would be a red letter day, a day I'll transition from one stage to another. My culture talks about four distinct stages in life known as ashramas. First is brahmacharya or the student's life. Second, grihastha or the life of an householder. Third, vanaprastha means you retire or become a forest dweller. Fourth, sannyasa, renunciation of everything. I'm gearing up to step into the third stage of my life, vanaprastha, retirement. Let's pause to peep into the dusty, dog-eared pages of my life story. Incidents and individuals pop up as if it was yesterday. I feel a sense of gratitude. Yes, gratitude for this physical frame supported me for last 58 years. Gratitude to the woman who bore me in her womb, nurtured me for 9 months, and once out, fed me with the nectarine milk that built me up and taught me lessons of life. Be humble and start giving things to others. Second, my father, who infused into me the qualities of sincerity and honesty. Thank you, Papa and Ma. That is how I used to address them, my living gods. Let me share a few vital lessons I have learned in this journey of my life. First, accept to excel. Someone said, and I quote, destiny and destination are not same. We might strive and we must. Well, whether we reach there or not depends. Depends whether we deserve it or we do not deserve it. It is all destined. As a young lad, I visualized flying those supersonic fighter jets. Did about 14 hours of hobby flying in a local flying club. Cleared all my tests to become a fighter pilot in Indian Air Force. But the doctors found I have a crack in my lower backbone, the vertebra. Rejected for all the three services, unfit to join Army, Navy, Air Force. Somehow, I joined Army. That's a different story I'll share some other time. And after 29 glorious years serving my motherland, I am ready to walk into my twilight hour. I learn to accept life as it unfolds. It always serves us to the best suited to us and suitable for us. Short sighted, we sometimes grumble, come under stress, come under, oh, we start grumbling and saying incomprehensible words because we don't understand the cosmic cadence that rolls on. If I look back, whatever has happened for the good. And if we start accepting our own selves, we can accept the complete world, and then life will become easier. Life will become full of harmony and full of happiness and health. Second, embrace minimalism. Initial years of my life, I was greedy and possessive, hoarding and grabbing things like monkeys do. Realized late, all these possessions act like shackles, act like chains, imprison us, bind us. From being tight-fisted, I have become generous now. Reduced my possession, which used to be packed into 30 big, those black-colored army trunks, to only 3 of them. I'm still in the process of reducing, donating to whoever asked for. Another angle of this dependence on beings. As we age, we feel unsure, underconfident, and lean on to our spouses, our children. Like the garden creepers, forgetting everyone has a specific role to play for a specified period. Consciously, I'm trying to reduce my dependence. Currently, I'm staying alone in this house. My spouse is at home. And this evening, when I took my regular rendezvous with my big mama, Mother Nature, appreciating the beauty all around, I felt a void, an emptiness, because I used to walk with my wife. She wasn't there. But I consoled myself, counseled my mind. One day, unexpectedly, one of us is going to depart. The other has to continue for the specified time. Third, give to live, a lesson that my big mama has taught me. Mother Nature. She asks nothing from all of us, but give everything. And consciously, I am trying to reduce my carbon footprints. I placed my body, all organs, for the needy post my death. As a tenant in this physical frame, I try to keep it healthy by exercising daily and taking nourishing vegan food. Following these trident principles, I am prepared for my final journey. Accept, to excel, embrace minimalism, and give to live. I'm prepared to walk into my twilight hour and eagerly waiting to embrace the night or the light. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Postmaster Manoj. It was indeed a great speech. Every time you come up with a great speech, we can learn. Every member can learn a lot of things from Postmaster Manoj. So kudos to you. Now, I'm going to resume my role of TMOD. Before resuming my role, I would like to remind you the theme of the day is how to build your personal branding. So we are talking about personal branding. So I'd like to share my screen. Now, the next slide is, in order to build your personal branding, you must build skills, not just reels. Whatever you are doing, whatever startups you have starting, you don't need to only make videos and just publish it. The better your skills, the stronger your brand. Remember, virality fades, but value stays. I would like to give here my example. I'm a video editor, photographer, videographer, and now digital marketer. I remember in 2019, when I started my journey, I started as a content writer. I didn't know that I would come in this field. Then I learned about video editing from YouTube and I became video editor. Then I learned photography skills, videography skills, and now I am pursuing MBA for digital marketing. I am making my brand the best what I can do. In 6 months, I have done a lot and I'm really happy with my growth. For you guys also, if you also want to grow or in any field, you also start investing your time in branding. And you need to work on your skills. You can find a lot of tutorials, videos, everything you want to do. Millions of people have already did, and they have either wrote books or either made tutorial videos or either wrote blogs. So go either read their books, either read their blogs or watch their tutorial and learn from them and use to enhance your brand. Coming to the next slide. Add value, not just filters. Influence is not about how cool you look, it's how useful you are. I said to you to wear good clothes few minutes before. It doesn't mean that you are going to getting people who will actually add value in you. No, you have to be useful for someone. You have to be someone who can actually make some difference in some people's life. And if you can change someone's life, if you can change anything in their life, they will remember you forever. And that's how you will build your brand. So you should not invest your time only to enhance your social media or your your quality of pictures, you should also need to add value in your brand. And when I say brand, there are two things. It's either you or your product or services. Now coming to the next slide. In order to enhance your brand value, your circle is a part of your brand. Never forget, your network is your network. And when I say, I mean it. I can give you an example. Like if you have 10 apples and one apple out of them is rotten, keep that rotten apple with 9 apples. I guarantee those 9 apples will also be rotten. So always be conscious about your circle. And when I say circle, group, I think there is no better circle than Toastmasters. I am here because I want to grow, I want to learn, I want to make my brand the best. And when I say brand, it means two things. It's either me, myself, or it's my product or services. I find here people who inspires me a lot and from whom I can learn. Now, as if you work on your brand, there are so many stages. You know, the first initial stage would be like you'll start from zero. You will start from telling people and from making Insta ID, Facebook ID, sharing your ideas or sharing your product. Just like that, we have also so many stages in our meeting. The next stage of our meeting is table topic master session. And for that, we have our brilliant Toastmaster Tanisha. So a big round of applause for Toastmaster Tanisha. Toastmaster Tanisha, this stage is yours.
So thank you, Toastmaster Prince, for the wonderful introduction. So good evening to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. Have you ever thought about what people say about you when you are not around? That is your personal brand. And guess what? You are building it every day through how you speak, how you dress up, how you react, and how you handle all the surprises and incoming outcomes. And that brings us to today's theme, which is how to build your personal branding. Why this theme is in our table topic session? Because branding is not just about taglines or logos. It's about how you show up, especially when you are unprepared, feeling nervous, or underconfident. And that's exactly where the table topic comes to the rescue. Thinking on your feet, expressing who you are, and leaving an impression on everyone's mind. So let's have fun and sharpen your spontaneity with authenticity and discovery, and helps the people in discovering the little things that makes each of us a brand in the making. So with that, now as we all know, today's topic is how to build your own personal branding. So my table topic is correlated with today's theme. So before wasting any time, I will give you a topic and pick any random. So be prepared. I can call anyone here in the meeting. So my first question, what is your brand one line slogan? I repeat my question. What is your brand one line slogan? I will give you 2 seconds, then I will pick it random. Okay. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Sreejith.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for giving me an opportunity to speak on the famous topic called "What's your slogan in one sentence when it comes to your personal branding?" Well, I didn't have much time to think about it because I already had the answer, which I've been following very diligently for some time. My tagline for my own brand would be, I am watching myself at all times. Now, the reason why I chose this particular tagline for my own brand is because for me, I believe integrity is the number one thing that every human being needs. And what is integrity? It is your ability to do the right thing at all times, whether the world is watching you or not. So, whenever or wherever you are, and you're talking to whomever you want to, make sure that we have that principle called integrity in our lives. Be truthful, don't hurt anybody, help everybody as much as possible. Now, when I'm watching myself at all times, means that even if others are not watching me and if I'm doing the right thing, then I don't have to justify myself because I'm being truthful at all times. And at the same time, I ensure that I do the right thing even when I'm alone or in a group of people. So, ladies and gentlemen, my tagline would be, I am watching myself at all times. Are you watching yourself at all times? Thank you. And back to you, Table Topic Master.
So thank you so much, DTM Sreejith, for wonderfully explaining your one-line slogan. And that's so catchy. I can already see it on a billboard. Jokes apart. Let's continue to the next question. Who would you choose to speak for your brand? I repeat my question. Who would you choose to speak for your brand? Okay. Guest Elos. So guest
Yeah.
Elos.
ETS raises his hand, so you can ask him to talk.
Yes.
Yes. Can you make the question simpler? I think I need to understand the question. Can you repeat? Simpler.
Okay, my question is who would you choose to speak for your brand? Any famous personality or any ideal you want to choose for your brand promotion or your brand advertisement? So this is my question.
Okay. Can you hear me and see me clearly before I start?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, I think you won't believe my choice is Charlie Chaplin. And yes, look at that kind of belief. This guy does not speak anything. But Charlie Chaplin is one of my idol in stand-up comedy or in humor. Because by only using body gesture and facial expression, he can entertain people all around the world. Even though I was not born at that time, but he is a legend that I keep on watching him, and also the Rowan Atkinson Mr. Bean character. Awesome. If I were the brand that hired them just not to speak, I will still to hire them. Because I would like to say to the world that our brand doesn't need anyone to speak about our brand. Just being there, represent us, entertain the world. The action speaks louder than words. And those people who are smiling right now, you will see and enjoy how beautiful the art it is. The authenticity comes from the Charlie Chaplin character and also Mr. Bean character. Won't replace any kind of brand advertisement. So yes, you are hired, Mr. Charlie Chaplin. You are hired, Mr. Bean. And you are fired, E.T. You spoke nothing. You are not funny at all. You are not on that level. You are still below that kind of living legend. But yes, thank you for speaking, ET. Back to you, Tanisha.
So thank you so much, guest Elos. And please give a big round of applause for guest Elos. Great. Well, it was a great choice. Your brand just got cooler. So, my next question. Are you excited? This would be the mind storming question for everyone. Okay. Say something fun to sell your brand in 15 seconds. I repeat my question. Say something fun to sell your brands in 15 seconds.
Yusuf!
Okay, so guest Yusuf, are you ready?
Once again,
So say something fun to sell your brand in 15 seconds.
ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen a comedian by night? Don't choose E.T. He's not a good comedian. Look at me. I am very famous, a famous comedian in all over the world, especially when the people are sleeping. I can make a good joke. I can make fun of anybody. So why don't you hire me instead of hiring E.T.? Don't you agree with me? Try me. Would you like to try me, our TTM? Hire me. I will satisfy anyone else in India, Indonesia, India. All people would be loving looking at me in their dreams. So don't worry, people will be happy, and then when they wake up, they realize that it was a dream. Back to you.
Well, great answer, guest Yusuf. I would like to buy it right now, no question asked. So my next question.
Before that,
How do you
ET, tell me how much salary do you want? I'll hire you. I'm sorry, Yusuf. Tell me your salary, I'll hire you.
Yes, you asked me.
Yes, I asked you, Yusuf.
Okay, what is the question?
What is the money that you need as your salary? I'm going to hire you.
Oh, how much money do I need? Then you are going to hire me. It's not much, just a few hundred rupees will be enough.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much. Proceed, table topic master, please proceed. We are just joking.
So my next question. What is more important for a brand? Values or looks? I repeat my question. What is more important for a brand? Values or looks? So now I would like to call guest Vikram. So
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the most important for any brand will be definitely values. Values any day, because values from the core bedrock of anything you do. Looks are good, looks are attractive, but looks are superficial. You can't bank a brand to last very long just basis of some good looks. And I believe, once you have good values, it definitely makes you look good anyway. If you have a good, say, imagine your parents, even if they don't look good, or your grandparents, even if they don't look good at all, but you love them. Why? Because the values they hold, the love, the affection that they have shared with you all throughout your, when you are bring up getting prepared for this world, to explore, to learn everything. I think it's the no doubt, any day values is the number one ingredient. Any brand, if it has to last any long, it has to focus on its values. And looks, I'm not saying looks don't matter. I'm saying values come first, and looks are just incidental. Looks will take care of themselves if your values are in the right place. Yeah.
So thank you so much, guest Vikram. So smart answer. Your brand knows what really matters. So thank you so much for your answer. And my last question. If you could brand a habit of yours, which one would it be? If you could, I repeat my question. If you could brand a habit of yours, which one would it be? Anyone? Anyone from the Toastmasters or guest?
Raj or one of you take it on, please.
So I
DTM
would
Raj,
like to
DTM
call
Bhuvan.
DTM Raj or DTM Vaughn to kindly take on this topic.
Let it go for DTM1.
Okay.
Sure.
So
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
Akriti
go on
Nigam.
have. Yes,
Okay.
let's go on have them.
So my question is, if you could brand a habit of yours, which one would it be?
That's a great question. When we say about branding, there's a lot of things that we can continue to brand. But for me, my choice is no other else, consistency. So you see, you need to be consistent with the message and design of your brand. No consistency, then your brand will not succeed. When you're in doubt, actually, you need to consider help from others to be consistent. But again, consistency starts with you, your personal thinking, your mindset. If I'm going to consistently promote my brand, I need to develop a unified look, your tone of voice, your style that will carry across all your content, your product, your services. Because without consistency, you will not be able to create cohesiveness in how others perceive your brand. Do you realize that? So we need to create cohesiveness so that people will going to follow or probably promote our brand to others. So fellow Toastmasters and friends, consistency relates to your continuous effort to show up and be authentic and visible. How do you do that? Consistency. Regularly sharing your content on social media and engaging with your audience is a great way to keep your brand top of the mind. Friends, with that question, what I'm going to brand? My consistency. Are you consistent? Over to you, Madam
So
Table Topic Master.
So thank you so much, DTM1, for your insightful answer. And I'm sure your consistent habit just became your brand secret power. So do we have more time, or I can end this session right now?
I request please give Akriti Nigam Verma. She's guest, I think. Should give
Okay.
her.
So my next question is, what is the first step in creating your personal brand? I repeat it again. What is the first step in creating your personal brand? So I would like to call Akriti. So Akriti.
Yes, Tanisha. Hello.
So yes, you are audible.
Yeah, Tanisha. Actually, I have joined today only, so I need to check what I have to say about all this stuff.
Okay. Okay, no worries. So next, I would like to call DTM Raj Bharat. So First, I welcome you, DTM1, to this meeting. So, do I need to repeat this question?
Yes, Toastmaster Tanisha, that would be good.
Okay. So, what is the first step of creating your own personal brand? Over to you, DTM Raj Bharat.
Thank you so much, first of all, for this beautiful topic. Personal brand is very important because it creates uniqueness, it brings meaningful value to the audience by the individual. If things come to me for my uniqueness for personal brand, I believe in providing a value, either through content, either through my presence, in whatever means. If I am able to bring value to the people who are listening to me, that is an influence which I can create. And I believe this is very important, not only from my side, but anyone who is trying to add value to the other person, they are giving a great gift to the other people. In the form of knowledge, in the form of exploring new things, in the form of any skills, in the form of any way which can enhance the knowledge, which can enhance the skills, which can enhance the life of people who are listening, who are watching, who are following. Value is a great thing which we can provide to the others. So if someone asks me or I try to create a difference in people's life, just one 5-letter word, it's value. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanisha.
Whoa, that's the amazing answer I was expecting to you. So thank you so much, DTM Raj Bharat, for your wonderful and insightful answer. And that is the most solid step. And your brand journey just began from here. So thank you so much again. And with that, I would like to conclude our TTM session and wrap on today's branding bonanza. Remember, you don't need a logo to stand out, just a little courage, just creativity, and the real you. And thank you, and keep shining like a tagline of your own life. With that, I would like to hand over the stage to our TMOD, Prince. So, Prince, over to you.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. It was indeed a great session. You always come with the surprises, and we really enjoyed the session. The topic was amazing. Now, again, I'm coming to my topic. Let me remind you. Today, we are talking about personal branding. And when I say branding, there are two things. It's either you are creating your brand, like product or services, or you are also a brand. So I will also talk about that. Before running the session, I would like to share my screen. So can you confirm? You can see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the next slide is tell your story before someone else does. People remember stories more than stats. If I will ask you, what did you eat day before yesterday? You might forget. You might have forgotten. But you remember the same story of that movie you watched 2 years back, or you also remember the incident that happened when you were traveling in metro, in Delhi metro, because there is a story that you can speak. So we always tell our story to the other person. Like if we are a brand, we should always speak what we do, how we started, and what is our ambition, what are our goals. Because when the people will get to know about your story, they will start taking interest in your brand. And it is not about your services or product, it is about you too. So try to tell your story before they either will listen from other person or they either will make an assumption in their head. Now coming to the next slide. Audit yourself regularly. Google yourself, scroll through your social media like a stranger. What does your digital footprint say? Why I'm talking about digital footprints? Because few minutes ago I told you this is the era of 21st century. And today we can't even assume a brand or a personality that is not on digital platforms. It is our necessity. So before anyone does, you should go on your social media, on your digital platforms, and just read the bio you have written on Facebook 5 years ago, and read the about section in your LinkedIn profile. And if you find something that is not relatable to brand or something that cannot promote your business or yourself, remove it or change it, make it better. That is how you will make your brand better for people, and that is how you'll grow. Next slide is don't be everywhere. Be where it matters. Don't choose every platform like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Choose what matters to you. Like if you are a creative person, choose Instagram. If you are a trend, like if you follow trends, choose Instagram. If you need long hours of video, choose YouTube. You don't need to be on 5 apps with 1 follower each. Pick your digital battleground. That will be your like best thing to do. Next thing is give before you ask. We either have, like there are so many people who says that I have a lot of network, I know a lot of people. No, just by knowing a lot of people, you will not become a better brand. Try to add some value in people's life. When you did value first, when you add value first, people are more open to helping you later. So try to help others. That is how they will connect with you. Track your growth, even the tiny wins. If you gained 5 followers and lost 2 toxic friends, that's still a positive return on investment. We either stop working on what we love because people are commenting on our video or on our post. No, that will not help you. Ignore those kind of toxic people and start working on your brand. Coming to the next point, mix humor with honesty. If people laugh and learn from you, you are already unforgettable. See, in nowadays, you'll get 90% people, they are depressed, they are sad. So try to become humorous, try to add something that will make people laugh, and it will be unforgettable for them. They will not forget it. Now, my final thought. I believe progress is always greater than perfection. You are not a logo, you are a legacy in progress. Keep evolving, keep growing, be your brand proudly. Start from wherever you are, start whatever you do, start with 0 and you will definitely reach at 100. And start, if you are not perfect, don't think like if you'll become perfect, then you'll start wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope I have added some value in your life. I hope from today you will start working on your personal brand, that is you, or you'll start working on your personal services or anything you want to pursue. Thank you so much. It was great having having as a TMOD in this in my club. Now I want to hand over the stage to our today's general evaluator, DTM Sreejith Raja sir. Please, this stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Prince. Well, a big round of applause to you for conducting the brand name session mixed with the meeting today. It was really interesting for me to know a great deal about what social media is all about. Thanks to you for that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the next session of our Toastmasters Club meeting. In Toastmasters, we always believe to analyze and evaluate ourselves on what are the things that we did good in the meeting, what are the things that we could improve, and also at the same time appreciate the best in each one of us. So with this as your general evaluator today, I'm going to give an honest and thorough feedback about the entire meeting till this point of time. But before I do that, I would like to request a timer, Toastmaster Samriddhi, to give me the time taken by the speaker, okay, the prepared speaker, so that when I'm getting into the evaluation of the speech, I would need to talk about the time as well. So just give me that part alone. How much time did our speaker take today? Toastmaster Manoj.
Yes. So Toastmaster Manoj has taken 8 minutes and 7 seconds.
Great. So thank you so much. And let me go ahead with our rest of the general evaluations. So I'm going to change my hat as a general evaluator to the speech evaluator of our speaker, Toastmaster Manoj. So first of all, how many of you understood the meaning of the title of the speech, The Twilight Hour? Please raise your hand. Nobody understood the meaning? Ah, great. Mr. Vikram, thank you so much. Yes, Toastmaster Manoj, the speech title was always like giving us a thought on what are you going to talk about. And when you took us through your complete speech, we were able to relate to the speech topic. What I loved about your speech, Toastmaster Manoj, is that you were very good in the usage of English. You had a proper grammatical error-free thing, which the grammarian will definitely give you the report. And the purpose of this speech was to use your vocal variety and your body language to add that spice and flavor to your speech. And from that perspective, Toastmaster Manoj, I really loved your speech because it was like a mix of good flavor and healthy ingredients for the diet or the food that we call as the speech. You were talking about your own life and you were slowly taking us from the time that you were in service to our great country. And then you took us to the retirement. From now onwards, your second life was being happening. And you're just taking us through that. So basically, I feel you've done 100% justice to the objective of the speech. A big round of applause for you for that. However, as with anything, there is a small area of improvement that I would suggest. The camera space on an online setup is equivalent to the stage utilization. You're probably standing at one particular place and uh, delivering your speech. But if you move from allotted one place to your time that you are in service and another to the time that you're going to enter the retired life, that would have helped us retain much more information. But overall, I really am in love with your speech, and it was a great speech. If you were to ask me to rate your speech on a scale of 10, I would rate it on a 11 on 10. It was an absolutely perfect speech, and a big hats off to you. I wish you all success for your future speeches. We love to hear more speeches. You have to continue to motivate us, to inspire us with your speeches, and that is what we are looking forward to. Toastmaster Manoj, thank you so much for that wonderful feast to our soul and ears as well. So with that, I conclude my speech, my evaluation report for Toastmaster Manoj's speech today, and let me go ahead with the rest of the evaluation session. Okay, so for that, I would like to invite our timer for the day, Toastmaster Samriddhi, to give us the timings of our meeting and also the table topics speakers. And my speech as an evaluator as well. So Toastmaster Samriddhi, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluators, DTM Sreejith sir. Let me share my report. Kindly confirm, is it visible?
Give it a minute's time. We are still yet to see. Yeah, now we can see it. Yes, thank you. You can see it. You may proceed.
So there was, as I said, first speech given by Toastmaster Manoj.
Please continue, Toastmaster Samriddhi.
I think she is on mute.
Yeah, can you unmute yourself, Toastmaster Samriddhi?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are now.
Yeah, okay. So first, TTM was given by DTM Sreejith sir, 1 minute and 45 seconds. Second was Toastmaster ET, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Third was Toastmaster Yusuf, 1 minute and 8 seconds. Next was given by Toastmaster Vikram, 1 minute and 13 seconds. DTM 1, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. DTM Raj, 1 minute and 53 seconds. All the speakers are qualified. And next, followed by evaluation segment given by the DTM Sreejith sir, 2 minutes and 58 seconds, again qualified. So all the speakers are qualified. And here there is additional time note I have noted. So it can be helpful to you, general evaluators. So I will share this screenshot to you.
Okay.
Thank you, and over to
Okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much. And let me proceed further. That was a great report for the timer, Toastmaster Samriddhi. You did a good job. A big round of applause to you. You were so meticulous in capturing the time of each segment. And I really appreciate that because as a timer, it's your duty to observe how much time we spend and to ensure that we are on track. And this is one skill set that a good speaker needs to know because he or she has to be aware of the time that he's spending for that particular segment. Okay, thank you so much. And it was a great descriptive report. And let me also quickly look at the timings of the rest of the session. Just one moment. All right. Let me magnify. I just forgot my glasses, so pardon me for that. All right, let me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I have some technical glitches to read that. Thank you so much. I'll review that later, Toastmaster Samriddhi. I'm really
Shall
sorry
I
about
crop
that.
it? Shall I crop
Sorry?
it from my side?
Yeah, it'll be great if you could do that. In the meantime, I'll call the other role players to give the report as well, and I'll come back to this after that. Okay. Thank you. And our next role player is the R counter, whose duty is to also observe the meeting and report of the fillers that we have used. So today we have Toastmaster Lina, who's the R counter. So Toastmaster Lina, the screen is yours. You could please give your report. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I will. So now I am sharing AHA counter report. AHA counter report for Toastmaster Prince is he used more times. Also, he double crunch some words like pursue, it is, and if. These are words that you used as a double crunch. Toastmaster Manoj Lenka sir, he was flawless. Toastmaster Tanisha, she's also flawless, and other guest also flawless. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lina. This was your debut role as an AHA counter, and hats off to you because you were very keen. You were keenly observing, and I think I have got the crop message from Toastmaster Samriddhi as well. Okay, yeah. I'll just reserve it after the grammarians report. So thank you so much, Samriddhi. I'm able to see it better now. Thank you so much. And now for the grammarians report. We all need to know how much good usages of English we have had and what are the areas of improvement when we come to speaking good English. So to note this today, our grammarian is Toastmaster Bhumika. So may I invite our grammarian to give us a report on the usage of English and the word of the day. Toastmaster Bhumika, the screen is all yours.
I think Bhumika is not there.
Okay, fine. So I'll just keep it for later. So let me go ahead and look at the rest of the evaluations that we have had. I mean, what good things we did in our meeting. So as per the timer's report, the Sergeant at Arms took 3 minutes to complete the opening. The President took 7 minutes. Need to improve on that. And again, the Toastmaster of the day took 15 minutes and 31 seconds to start off his opening remarks. Now, Toastmaster Prince, this is a very good example. You did well as exhibiting a knowledge on the brand name and enlightening us about the importance of a personal brand. However, as a TMOD, you also have to be conscious of the time, because it's just not the speakers or the evaluators who have to follow time, because timing is important for all the role players. And as a TMOD, you need to ensure that you're running on time. You need to be conscious of the time, and that's the only area of improvement that I could suggest for you. But overall, your presentation skills and the way you exhibited your knowledge was good. And another suggestion, Toastmaster Prince, for in terms of using your presentation or the PPT, you've always been telling that moving on to the next slide, moving on to the next slide. This could be avoided because anyways, you're going to be moving to the next slide. So that continuity in your speech should be there rather than more than moving on to the next slide, because we all know that you're moving on to the next slide. Okay, so if you could just do that, pay importance to these two things, the timing and the way you say the transition from one slide to other. It should be seamless, and that is going to make the TMOD's role more effective, because you're the master of ceremony and you need to be in control of everything during the meeting, including time, including presentation, etc. And moving on to the speaker one, Toastmaster Manoj, as an evaluator, I've already given you my feedback, so I wouldn't be adding more. And as always, please be conscious of the time as well, because it was like 7 minutes max and you went to 8 minutes and something in your speech. So let's be conscious of the time. Moving on to the table topics time, it took 20 minutes. The table topic master did a very good job in managing the time. In fact, towards the end of the table topic session, Toastmaster Tanisha also asked, do I have time for one or two more? And that itself is a good example that you're very conscious of the time and you need to know how to manage your table topics. Of course, that's a big thing. And more than that, what I loved about your speech table topic session today was the topics were aptly chosen to match and rhyme with the theme of the day. And another suggestion here, which I would like to give you, Toastmaster Tanisha, is to ensure that everybody gets a chance to speak. Okay. Yes, we all, as a presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, the tag team, the speaker, the evaluator, all had their chance to speak. But you need to be on the lookout for people who have not spoken in the meeting and try and invite them as well. Of course, there were a lot of guests today, and asking each one of them would have added more time. But one good thing you did was you invited the experienced Toastmasters to start off the table topic session so that the new guests who have come could learn a lot on how to present a table topic speech. And that is the biggest takeaway from your table topic session today, Toastmaster Tanisha. A big hats off to you for that. And moving on again, Toastmaster of the day took another 8 minutes for completing a session. And the general evaluator is taking 9 minutes and change and still going on. So we have to manage our time better. This is in general. I want to make it, it's a general statement for each one of us in the club. Whatever your role you take in whichever meeting it may be conscious of the time, because time is important. There are how many people are there here today? 10, 12? 12 times this 1.5 hours is the time that we have actually spending on this. So make sure that we give all these visitors and listeners and members the value worth the time. I just want to conclude before I move on to the end of my general evaluation. And for this, I want to take a currency note, an Indian currency note. Okay. Can you all tell me what's the value of this note? Anybody can unmute and say?
500 rupees.
500.
Fantastic, fantastic. This is 500 rupee note, right? And I imagine that I'm going to give this to you. Okay. I'm going to fold it in half and give it to you. What's the value of this note now?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No,
No, it's
500.
still 500,
Still
right?
500.
Exactly. I'm going to fold it one more time and give it to you. What's the value?
500.
500.
Great. I'm going to crumple it and throw it off. What's the value of the currency in my hand?
Nothing.
Great. This is exactly what happens when we have a value of our own. Because as you said, the value is important when it comes to your personal branding. And as long as you have the value in your hand, which is 500 rupee note, you are valuable. But the moment you throw it off, your value goes off. So let us keep one thing in mind always, that whatever value we can deliver to our club, to our members, to our guests, to learn, to grow and become a better leader and better speaker, that is where your role as a Toastmaster or your role as any of the role players in the speech matters. That's why I always insist that we have to focus on our own quality. That's important, ladies and gentlemen. Quality is very important. No matter what role you take, make sure that the quality that you have, that you deliver, is the best. And every time you take the role next time, it should be better than your previous role. With that, I want to take the opportunity for all of us to introspect within ourselves and look at how we can add value to our club. And it depends on each one of us. Because leaders today may be members tomorrow, and members today may be leaders tomorrow. So we need to have that in mind and make sure that we take a decision whatever we do as Toastmasters for our club. Let our decisions be for the members of the club, for the growth of our members of the club and the club as a whole. So with that, I would like to conclude my general evaluation session today and hand over the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Prince. The screen is all yours.
Thank you so much, DTM Sreejith sir. It was indeed a great speech and great learning from you. Like you also gave example of money, how we can add value in ourselves. And thank you so much for all the learnings, for all the things that you observed in us. This is how we will become better club each and after passing each and every day. So now I will conclude my topic. Topic is how to enhance your personal branding. Now, just like I said a lot of things about branding, I hope you'll include these things in your life, and the dream which you always thought about, starting a business or working on yourself, will become true. I hope I have added small amount of value in your life. And if you want these slides and whatever material I have, I can also share with you by personally. Just text me in the group, I will share you. And this is how I will end my TMOD session. Back to DTM Sreejith sir.
Thank you so much. for being the TMOD today, and it was wonderfully done. Do we have a voting for the best speaker? Best speaker, we already have only one, but how about the best
So,
table topics? Are we having a
We
voting?
don't have, no, we
Okay.
have only one speaker, so I don't think there's.
Okay, but for the table topics, did we have? No, if you don't have it, then we can proceed. Probably, I believe everyone has done as the best roles.
Actually, I don't have.
Okay,
So
no
we can
worries.
the
We'll probably,
next
yeah, probably from the next meeting onwards, we will include another poll, one poll for the best speaker and another poll for the best table topic speaker. And probably, if you want, we can also include the best role player, you know, like any of the tag team, the TMOD, the GE, or can be included. We'll work out on it and come back to you with that. So
and for the best evaluator.
exactly. So we'll have these polls. We'll just get it done and start moving. So with that, I would like to adjourn the meeting number 198 for the Talk Industry Toastmasters. And I leave the floor open for a general discussion. The meeting is officially ended, but if you have any suggestions of improvement that we can take away from this and implement in our next meeting onwards, it's more than welcome.
I request everyone to kindly turn on your cameras for the group picture.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Akriti and DTM Raj.
kindly take the group picture.
I will take
As
care.
the picture is being taken, Raj, please speak something. You are the founding father of this club.
Yeah, done.